So in the all-new 2023 Accord Hybrid, this is the touring model that comes in at a cool $38,985 after destination. We'll go over the interior, but let's get under the hood first because the touring is exclusive in the hybrid. There are 6 grades of the new Accord, and we'll go over the outside as well, but let's talk about the engine real quick. The top 4 grades, is that an Evoque convertible? You don't see those every day. So underneath the hood is actually an engine sourced from Japan. This is a 2-liter, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, and with this hybrid setup, it produces 204 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy on this is around 44 miles per gallon. The most fuel efficient Accord Hybrid is around 48 miles per gallon with the smaller wheels on the EXL trim. So let's go ahead and close the very stately hood and checking out the front end of the new Accord. It's like a neo-retro design. You get vibes of maybe some old Tauruses in here. You get vibes of maybe some Malibus or whatnot over the years. And I don't think it's a bad thing. And it makes this car, it makes you look at it because you're like, well, it kind of looks like that and it kind of looks like this, and I think that's actually an advantage to the new Accord because it's a nostalgia bug, but you just can't put your thumb on it. So let's talk about these headlights. Daytime running light at the top, nighttime lights right below. We got parking sensors on this grade. We have this grille that mimics the interior vent design, which is pretty neat. We have a glossy black lip at the bottom, and then silver trim only on this aerodynamic piece, only on the touring model. Now, as we go to the side here, we have large 19-inch wheels. These have exclusive wheels. Not only are the 19s on the touring, you can also get them on the Sport and Sport L models. The 2 lowest grades have 17-inch wheels, and so does the EXL. We have a chrome strip that goes around just the top end of the windows, blacked out side mirror, and then also a black running strip down below. Now, as we go to the back of the vehicle, one of my favorite things about the new Accord are the tail lights, fully LED, unlike its sibling, the CR-V, for example. This is all new paint color as well, Canyon River Blue, metallic, and in the sun it has an amazing sparkle to it. And I love the tiny Honda emblem here. Everyone wants to have massive emblems on the back of their car. It's a very modest Honda emblem that's kind of pushed into the trunk lid here. Here's your hybrid logo, touring logo as well, Accord typed into there, and we have no exhaust tips visible from the back, just kind of like this glossy black piece here that we saw on the other sides of the car. But let's go ahead and get in the trunk here, and massive trunk. There is no spare tire, however, but you do have a fix-a-flat kit. These rear seats do fold down by pulling these levers. That is standard on every single Accord. Let's go ahead and get on the inside. Now, I can't drive, well, I did drive it today, but I can't share my driving impressions with you guys for a few more days, so definitely stay tuned. Come back, I believe it's on the 7th. I'll put what it is down below, but this is, of course, has a leather as it's the top trim. You also get leather in the Sport L as well as the EXL model, and these seats do feel pretty soft, pretty comfy. I like the stitching on them. We also have stitching on the armrest here, memory seats on this touring model, and here's that lattice that we saw, or that lattice design we saw on the front grille. And man, it is a pretty big opening in here. It feels large. It feels maybe even larger than the CR-V if it's possible. But let's talk about what's going on. Well, there's a lot of technology in here that's never been seen in a Honda before. So we have Google built in. 3 years of this service built in to this 12-inch screen, the biggest screen ever seen in a Honda, and we have the smallest volume knob I've ever seen in any vehicle before. We also have the vents that have great resistance and feedback, feel very accurate. The shifter is angled at me. No, I don't have a push button thing going on. I love the traditional shifter. That's great. We have an electric button mode here, as well as multiple drive modes, as well as an individual mode. You have paddle shifters that you can help with regen braking. We also have the triple rotary dials here for climate control. Very easy to use. Here's your heated and ventilated seats. Only way you can get ventilated seats is in this model. Also, Google built-in is only on the top trim, this touring trim. We have 2 USB-Cs here. We also have 2 USB-Cs in the back. You'll see in a little bit. We have a wireless charger. It's only available in this trim as well. Head-up display that syncs with the Google built-in, and we have a standard. Doesn't matter which Accord you get. Even the non-hybrids get this fully digital MID behind the steering wheel. Ooh, head-up display settings. Ah, this is what I was looking for earlier, because I was trying to mess with the head-up display because there is a head-up display setting inside the big screen, but it was a little too high for me today, so that would have been nifty if I could have brought it down a little bit. But hey, it's better late than never. But I was mentioning navigation. You can put the navigation in here, which is pretty neat. So you can mirror your Android Auto. Well, it's not Android Auto, it's your Google Maps, because my phone is not connected to this Android Auto system at all, which it can if you want, because you can go to projections, and you can also put wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto in here if you want. So maybe 3 years from now and you run out of data for your Android, for your Google Maps, I should say, maybe you just use your phone, or you could pay to keep it running. The only sunroof in here is a standard one. No panel roof in the top of the trim here. Of course, Bose is in here, and the only way you can get Bose is this limited model spending at nearly $40,000. Sunglasses holder, and it's like a nice foam on the inside to, you know, make sure that it's not rattling around. Pretty simple rear view mirror here. I don't see garage door openings. This is auto dimming, but I don't see any garage door opener buttons. Vanity has a couple LED lights on each side. We don't need to look at my face, but we have handles over the front and rear doors. So handle over every single door. That's kind of handy. No pun intended. Probably 4 to 5 inches. I'm about 6 foot tall. Behind my seat set up for that height as well. Here's those USBs I mentioned. We have vents in the rear, and the Sport L that I drove earlier today did not have the rear vents back here. That pocket only on one side. And if you want heated rear seats, you can only get it in this Touring model. Pretty solid door slam there, and the materials are actually pretty solid in the back door as well. Soft touch here, and a lower quality but still soft touch here at the top. This folds down, but even before we do that, you got a nice stitching back here around this really long armrest that has cup holders in it as well. To get to the child seat anchors, they're tucked right underneath this flap. Unfortunately, we don't have a flat floor back here. We have this tunnel, which is quite strange since we don't have all-wheel drive, but this is a similar platform to, let's say, the CR-V and HR-V that both have all-wheel drive optional. But just looking at the cockpit from back here, it's a very non-aggressive experience. It's very mild. It looks great. It's minimal, has good materials. Maybe it's a little bit black overkill, but honestly, it's very neutral, and Honda's done a great job with the interior of the new Accord. Get a little peek of the ocean there, but thank you guys so much for watching. Come back in just a few days for my driving impressions of the all-new Honda Accord Hybrid, and I haven't driven the turbo model yet, but if I do, I'll have that on the channel as well. Take care of yourselves and peace.